Good evening. We I put this video up 26th of April 2019, and what I did was because people won't watch something longer than a few minutes, I did an 11-minute video of about 6 or 7 videos, just picking out the which to me were the important best bits to get people interested, and then if they want to, they can watch each video individually. So then this morning I received this. I received 3 comments from a Mr. R. Graham. I've been onto his channel to watch what content he had. He's got 2 subscribers and 1 video where he is painting a door. But I thought, because the way he had dissed me on this, that he would have some quality stuff on his channel. But alright, so we'll move on from that. His first comment was, "This video shows nothing. Delete this crap." What a nice positive comment. What a nice positive person. Now, I was always taught, if you haven't got anything nice to say, don't say anything. But this gives him a bit of a boost, I suppose, for a couple of seconds. Anyway, we go on to the next. He made a comment about, I said, "Just watch the first 4 minutes, you won't be disappointed." And he said, "Wrong, I'm disappointed. All I see are a bunch of filters and really bad quality pictures. Seriously, are you using a digital camera from 1993? Might want to get a better camera and give it another go. It's 2019 and we have good cameras, no excuse for posting this kind of garbage." Not getting away from the fact, I'm 72 years of age. I'm doing this to gain information, not to make money, because I never made a penny off this in 3 years. I put up 600 videos and not a penny has come from it. I'm not interested. So all I want to do is learn. Now, if it was a digital camera from 1993, does it really matter? Because what I am trying to get through to people is that there are things happening around them they ignore. They don't see. They just get on with life. And these other things are happening around them all the time. I'm seeing them because it happened to me 3 years ago in one video. I saw something happening in the sky and I videoed it, and from there, this has been 3 years of my life. I can't believe what I am seeing in it, but this guy, in one fell swoop, has said, I said, "You won't be disappointed." He said, "Wrong, I'm disappointed. All I see are a bunch of filters and no real and really, really bad quality pictures. Seriously, are you using a digital camera from 1993? Might want to get a better camera and give it another go. It's 2019 and we have good cameras. No excuses for posting this kind of garbage." But what's garbage to you is not to other people. And he goes on further. "You're seeing things that aren't there. There are medications for this. Dude, get real. There are no faces where you say they are, eyes, chins, No. Right. I was told 3 years ago that I had pareidolia, which is the ability to see things that are not there. I went along with that at the beginning, but after seeing what I've seen over the years, there's no way that is the answer. So I'm surprised that he made 3 comments, because usually the people who make comments like this, they do a one swoop, call you all the crap names under the sun, and then they disappear into the ether, never to be seen again. But this guy at least put up 3 comments. But if he'd said, I'm not quite sure what you're saying yet, can you explain to me what is happening? No, he just dust it off. It's all crap. Stop doing it. End of story. Now, 3 years ago, I was depressed. I was on antidepressants, and I saw this image in the cloud, which I videoed, and from there on in, I've been doing this, and I've come off antidepressants. I am not depressed anymore. But as soon as people like this, Mr. Graham, starts coming up with stuff like this, it starts to get me doubted. Because the only way you can see these things is through positive thoughts, positive energy. Now this guy is negative from start to finish. He must have got a very sad life, but, you know, I'm not trying to diss him like he dissed me, but if the only way you can get enjoyment is out of telling people that they got mental problems and to stop doing what they're doing, and he's got a big problem. So what I've done, out of this 11-minute video, I've picked out the pieces where he says there's nothing in this at all. I'm just picking out the best bits to me, which will show him that it is something going on here. Now, 26 seconds in, this image on the outside here is me sat in a room in the dark, filming with my camera on a tripod and a flash on. And I'm videoing with a flash on. And all these walls, when you see the videos I've made, these walls are moving around like jelly with all the electromagnetic energy that's in the room. But you'll never see it unless you believe that it can happen. But anyway, this orb appeared when I took a frame off this video as it passed my head, and it was the mouth, the nose, the eye. It's like a cartoon character orb. And here in pink there's another head, and this is my outline. And the reason you say it's poor quality is because it's taken in the dark. You know, it's not in the park, in the dark. Right, so I'll move on now to 29. And it's 29. Right. Now this one, he says there's nothing here. Now I sat in the dark thinking of a woman. I was having a problem in my life. And I put the camera on and I thought of this person. There's my outline, sat in the dark. And there's the walls of my room. which are like jelly if you could see them live. And then an orb passed my head. So I took that frame, and this is the frame, and in it is the person who I was thinking of. So just by thinking of a person, that person has appeared on film. And you say there's nothing. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going on to 35 now. Right. So after that happened the first time, I then thought of two women. Just took it a stage further, as it says here. And there's the first person, which Mr. Graham can't see. And there's the outline of the second person. And there is my outline where I'm sat. There's my nose, my mouth, my chin, my neck. There's my body. I'm sat in the dark, and these are my walls behind. Now this person has died, so is showing up in black. This person's alive, so he's showing up in pink. So I'll move on. .43 I want now. That's 45, that's near enough. It's the same. This is me sitting in the room, in the dark, in front of the television. There's the walls again. This is a book about my mother's cousin killed by Muslim fundamentalists in Thailand in 1975. Now, there was two nurses called Minka and Margaret. Margaret Morgan was my mother's cousin. Now, here, this orb that passed my head, I took a frame as it passed my head, and this is the image that I saw in it, and this is the two nurses. There's the one, there's the other one, and it says MM here, and on different parts of another video, you can see the MM more noticeable. MM stands for Minka and Margaret, or Margaret Morgan, as her name there. Now, I was sitting there thinking of these two, and this appeared in the orb. But I'd forgotten his name now, Mr. Gubb says you can't see anything in there, so it doesn't exist anyway. So we'll move on to the next one. We'll do it number 50. Right, now this one, there's me again, sat in the room, in the dark. This is why the poor quality pictures. There's the wall. And if you saw this as the video, all this would be moving around like a jelly, because it's electromagnetic energy. Right, so another orb passed my head. I took a frame of it, and there you see the orb. It was a green orb, and there's his mouth there, and he's whispering in my ear. This is on my father's birthday. I did it purposely on my father's birthday. My mother and father died when I was 30. So I tried to contact them, and this, I do it on my birthday. So he is whispering in my ear, and then when it goes up to 1 minute, I turn my father's photograph, my father's orb upside down. So there, if you stand on your head, you'll see this. Right, so this is turned upside down. And there's my father's orb, and here which Mr. What's his name can't see. There's a mouth, and there's the nose, and there's even a tube coming out of her nose into this. Now, down here, chin, mouth, nose, eye. There's also a younger child looking into this orb. But then you've got to put your head on your right shoulder to see the baby. There's the two eyes, the nose, the mouth, the tube coming out of the nose, and this was just before my daughter had a baby. I was in intensive care. When I went into intensive care, my grandson had a tube coming out of his nose. So to me, all this is personal. I can see it. It makes me feel that somebody is helping me and guiding me. But to Mr. whatever his name is, Mr. Graham, he doesn't see any of this. He's got to go. I'm 72, so I lived a bit. I doubt it like him. But I've got to the stage of my life now where you start to get into the end of your life. You start to look at what is really happening around you. Now, let's see, there's the baby, my grandson. This is my granddaughter. There's my father. And this here is the outline of my mother looking down on them. Yeah. Mr. So-and-so won't see it, but there's wonders for me, and it boosts me, and that's what life is all about. You've got to find something in life to make you want to live and make it worthwhile living. But if I keep listening to people like him, I just go down and down and down and just end up popping my clogs. So I'm glad I decided not to listen to what he's saying and to fight back. Anyway, that was next one is 111. And 111. Now this one, I videoed in the room, in my living room. There's my telly, grandfather's clock, mother and father's photograph, and a big rocket that size, a rocket of light, shot from my family photograph, shot up into that corner, out through that corner of the room, and as it went out through there, So it dragged out all the light. So this room was in total darkness. Outside had become inside. It was, scientists say when you get a box and you suck all the air out of it, it becomes a vacuum. So I'd created somehow this orb shooting out as a rocket had dragged all the air out of the room and the room turned black. The only colour in there was the edge of the fire grate here, the edge of the window there, and the cove in. Now, they are white at the moment, but as soon as all this light goes out, the cove in, the edge of the window, and the fire grate turns to these colours. Until a bit later, another rocket goes up from my mother and father's photograph, shoots out to the corner, and then all the light you see starting to come back in, and we're back to normal. Now, all this is in that video. This man wants me to delete because it's crap as far as he's concerned. There we are. I have 134. 129, 133. Now this one. Sat in the same chair, living room. There's the telly, there's the walls. And as I was sat there, this is me here. When I played it back, either 3 or 4 people had decided to join me for a mass selfie. Now, I can see 1, I can see 2, I can see 3, myself there, another one there. So there's 4 or 5 of us having this photograph taken. But Mr. Graham is missing out on this because he says he can't see it. Right. So number 30, number 146. The 146. Now, how anybody can't see anything out of this? I don't know. Wait for it. 146. I'll put it bigger to make it easier to see. Right. Man there, dark glasses on, mop of black hair, his beard there, there's his body, there's his legs, he's walking through the clouds. He's got demons. He's carrying a demon here, another one there. And in the clouds here, faces, there's another face there, 2 eyes, nose, mouth, another face there, looking that way. They're everywhere. Another face there. But this is the main man. And the first person I thought of, but I couldn't understand it because he is not dead. It's a singer that I really rate, Eric Clapton. And it's got this big S over his chest, and I couldn't make out what the S was. So I went on and I thought, I tapped into Google, what has the letter S got to do with Eric Clapton? And it came, one comment said, Eric Clapton's nickname is Slowhand. So it's S for Slowhand. But, according to Mr. Graham, this is all crap, so I gotta get rid of it. I can't understand how he can't see anything in that. Can't see a thing. I'm hoping that he watches this with an open mind and will, have the decency to say, I got it wrong. I can't see some of it. But, we live in hope. What's the next now? 207. Now this. Now if you can't see this is from my Michael Jackson video. I took a video over the back of my house next to the conifer trees, and this was the first image that came up in it. It was a young child. There's the two eyes, the eyebrows. I got to do it to make it easier for you to see. There's his forehead, his hair, and he's got this mask on. Now it's a well-known fact that Michael Jackson and his children used to wear masks to give him privacy. Right, so that appeared in there. And then the next photograph was the man himself. I gotta do this now. Chin, bottom lip, top lip, nostril, nose, eye, black shadow, forehead, hair, sideboards. Michael Jackson. Plain as a nose on your face. And this has had over 2,000 views. So there must be something in it. So if I listen to Mr. whatever his name is, Mr. Graham, I'd have deleted this and all that would be gone into the ether. Right. Right. This one. Oh, the day before I took this photograph, I'd been stung on my arm by a wasp. On the following day, I had a pain in my ear. And I thought, oh God, I've been stung again because I was clearing an area at the side of the house, and so I could feel it where it was, but I couldn't see it because it was on top of my head, obviously. So I got the camera out and I took a few photographs, and what appeared on the camera is what you see in front of you. So it was a photograph on my, instead of my ear, it was a newborn baby. And I said to my daughter, you're not pregnant, are you? She said, why would you say that? Well, I said, I've taken a photograph of my ear. There's a newborn baby on there. And she said the same as Mr. Graham said. You want treatment? But it turned out she was pregnant, but she was keeping it quiet until the 3-month period was up. So if I'd listened to Mr. Graham, this would be gone, and no one could ever hear any more about it. So this one, okay. Now this one was, I put my mobile phone on the wall outside my house in fog. So I put it on a tripod on the wall and I walked into the fog. I know this looks like an old lady here, but this is me walking into the fog. And I played it back when I got in the house. I went into the fog, but I never came out. I don't understand what happened, but that's all I can say. What's happened here now is moved. Right? They were shot in the back of the head. Google. Right, this is what I'm trying to get to. Now, I walked into the fog, but didn't come out. Then I zoomed in to the fog on one frame, and as you can see, it's pixels, pixels, pixels. This is why Mr. Graham is saying that about the poor quality of the photographs. And the reason for that is I am zooming in, zooming in, zooming in. And then, so in about a dozen pixels, yeah, is a face. There's a chin, there's the moustache, there's a nostril, there's the nose, there's the glasses, there's the forehead, there's the parting, there's the hair, there's the face. Now that is me years and years ago before I grew a beard. I would recognize me anywhere. So if I had listened to Mr. Graham, this would be gone again. So have I told you about the blowers? You see the nose here, and there's the teeth, the mouth, and there's the face, there's the eye. And down here is the teeth of the other blower. There's his mouth, there's his chin. So it says that the two mouths are combined, and there's the one mouth, and there's the other, and they blow, and they appear over where there's a big storm. And they've appeared 3 times over the same place in my house, and they look the same every time. But there again, you can't see it, but it's there. Right. So if you want to watch the whole thing, as you say, you can see unbelievable energy orbs. Or as I say, if you watch this tells you to me the important bits, showing you what is happening inside. So I'm going to leave it at that now. Over and out.